Hey, how's it going, guys? Benny Childs, founder of the Teach Me to Fish Effects trading community, and I am back with this week's Forex market forecast and analysis. And this is going to be for the week of Sunday, November 14th, 2021. Before we get into that, guys, I just want to remind you that I am not a licensed financial advisor. My videos are for educational purposes only, and they are based off of my trading experience and, of course, my opinion. With that being said, I want to remind you guys that if you are interested, you can join the mentorship program. Just head over to the youtube.com/the Teach Me to Fish Effects. Click on the join button.
How's it going, guys? Benny.
You'll be met with a quick introductory video on what it is that I offer in the two mentorship levels. Just a real brief generalization. The profitable trader level will give you access to my 160 plus charts that I track. Okay, and it is a mix of stocks, indexes, crypto, Forex, indices, NFTs, REITs, dividend kings, softs, metals, energy, grains, livestock, cattle. All right, so I am tracking all of those, and you will be able to do a number of trading methods and investing methods if you're trading and investing for the long term, the short term, having access to my institutional zones. Not everyone is offering institutional zones, but having access to my institutional zones will allow you guys, it would definitely allow you guys to be profitable with your trading and your investing. Okay, and the professional level gives you access to all of that, as well as my signature trading styles, as well as my live Zoom sessions that I provide on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, because I really want you guys to be profitable this week. All right, that's what we all set out to do. All right, so starting with the DXY, guys. DXY, we're going to be seeing if we can find a structural bias. Now, a bias is just a bias, guys. That does not mean that this is exactly what it's going to do, but based off of historical data, this is what we can have a somewhat of an expectation. Okay, let's take a really quick look here. DXY, I like to start off with the DXY. Recent price action, we've been on an uptrend, and we did have a break of this major institutional supply. All right, so with that break of major structure, we can expect for a pullback, maybe a deep retracement, maybe a shallow retracement, but I'll be looking for a pullback to catch this to go up into this next institutional supply, where we could possibly catch some sales off of. All right, that's pretty much all we're doing, guys. We're just trading from zone to zone. Okay, that's pretty much it. All right, so now let's take a look at this and maybe kind of give us a plan of action here. Just really quickly, guys, we had this break of structure right here. We can possibly expect a pullback. Okay, I don't have the magnet on, but see, Fibonacci trading. All right, we get probably expect a pullback. You guys know that I love the here. Let's not do it like that, but I love the 78.6 level, as well as 61.8. All right, but I love to see price to come back at these two levels here. All right, and wait for price to give me a confirmation that it is respecting, the market is respecting these retracement levels, as well as some other confluences. But this is just something that you can do, okay? Plot Fibonacci, and that is to say, hey, if this is the top of the top, all right? If this, in fact, is going to be a higher high, maybe look for this to pull back a little bit, maybe into this newly formed institutional demand right here, because this institutional supply is pretty much null and void now in my book, guys, because it has been pierced. It has been pierced through. All right. So now I will be again focusing on some structural pullbacks, and again maybe possibly getting a pullback into this newly formed institutional demand that we have here. Okay. All right. So again, my bias for the DXY for the week is going to be long. All right. So I'll be looking long on the dollar. Let's see if the other analysis with the US crosses will support that. All right, taking a look at the Aussie USD. Let's take a look at this. Let's zoom all the way out here. All right, we don't have to go back far in the time, but we can zoom all the way out and just kind of see what price action, most recent price action has been doing. All right, most recently, we can see here that this pair has been what? Trending down. Here recently, we did have a break of structure right here. All right, guys, typically what happens is when we have a break of structure, all right, we get a pullback, just like here. We had a break of structure here. What happened? It pulled back. We had a break of structure here. What happened? It pulled back. Okay. Now, so let's take a look at this. The other confluence that I like is what? It pulled back where? Into an institutional demand. Institutional demand. Okay. So it's very possible, all right? It's very possible that we can take our fib, bring it to the bottom, bring it from the bottom of the entire move up to the top. We've had what? A play through to 61.8. It pulled back. We may even get some further pullback here, all right, before continuing back up on the Aussie USD pair. So what will I be doing on this pair? I will be looking for this pair to give us some type of directional change, because my main bias would be long, all right, looking for longs, because we are sitting in institutional demand. So yes, I would be looking for longs, even though this leg is what? This is a downtrending leg. We've had higher highs, we've had lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. All right, so we would want one of these lower highs to be taken out before we want to give it any real consideration of going long. All right, so but again, we will be looking for these highs to be taken out and for us to go long. Let's see. Let's take a look here structurally. I can say possibly we may get another push down for the AUDUSD before heading back up. But again, here my bias for AUDUSD this week will be what? Will be going long. All right, we'll be going long. All right, let's see here. All right, yeah, very possible that we could be going long here. All right, so now let's take a look at the EURUSD. EURUSD. Okay, let's do this. And let's zoom all the way out. All right, what are we doing here? Okay, we are what? In a down trending market. Okay, possibly heading for this institutional demand right here. All right, so let's take a further and closer look at this. We've had what? A break of structure to the downside, and we could possibly simply look for a retracement. All right, you guys know I love that 78.6 and 61.8. Looking at this, it looks like we may possibly get a play off of the 61.8. So we've had that break structure. Look for that pullback. I know a lot of you guys breaking retest, you're probably going to be looking for that level to hold up, but I think that we're probably going to get a push a little bit into the 61.8 before heading down. All right, so my bias for Euro USD is going to be short, all right, which does favor our Dixie analysis. All right, so I will be looking for short confirmations to get in, unless we see the market take out these highs and then possibly give us a confirmation to go long. All right, but my money for Euro USD would be to go short, and of course waiting for confirmation. All right, pound USD. Let's go ahead and zoom all the way out and see what we're working with here. All right, we had been on an uptrend here, but now here recently we have been in a downtrend. But what do we see here, guys? We see that the market is sitting in institutional demand. So my initial bias would be to go up. However, let's take a closer look at this. We did have a break of structure here. Okay, so it's very possible for us to pull out our fib, okay, and be looking for some reasons for this market to pull back, which I do see a couple here, looking for this market to possibly pull back and maybe head a little deeper into this institutional demand before heading back up to the upside. Okay, and I would say that I would stop looking for short confirmations once this here, let's change this color, maybe purple will show up better. Yeah, once if this high right here was taken out, but we could even look for shorts once this high, look for longs once this high is even taken out. But maybe I would just scalp this part for longs, but on this part I would definitely be looking for longs if it broke here, and maybe to even test this upper institutional supply right here. All right, definitely see it pushing past this one and testing inside of that one. Okay, if that high, that top high, is broken. But again, I will be looking for pound USD to play off of this demand, give us a little bit of retracement, and continue to the downside. So my structural bias, guys, for pound USD is going to be short. Okay, that's what I'm going to be looking for. When the market opens, I'll be looking for short confirmations. All right, NZDUSD. Let's take a look at this, guys. And if you like what you're seeing so far, guys, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe button for me. It doesn't cost you anything. All right, so here recently, this market has pretty much been on an uptrend. Okay. All right, now let's take a closer look at price action. Pull back just a little bit more. All right, what do we see? We've had the break of this high. All right, remember guys, when the structure is broken, we can expect pullbacks. Okay, and when we get these pullbacks, the market is creating zones for us. All right, so this high was broken. We got a pullback. We did get a nice play off of the 61.8. Taking a look at this, I would say that this market could possibly go further down, maybe around the 78.6. Definitely can see where we do have some good market structure where the banks could take this here, take it down, and give us our push up that we're looking for. But more than likely, again, we may get a little bit of a pullback and see this market push down. But again, my structural bias for NZDUSD would be going long. But again, I would want to look for and wait for confirmation, entry confirmations. Okay, don't just hop in, guys, just because it hits the zone, it hits your key level, it hits your point of interest, whatever it is that you're looking for. Don't just immediately hop in the trade, but always wait for confirmation. Always wait for confirmation. All right. So again, my structural bias for NZD USD is long unless we get some breakage to the downside. Okay. All right. USDCAD. Let's reset this. Zoom out a little bit more. USDCAD. Man, we've just been going on this downtrend. We did get a break of structure and a pullback. All right. But this break of structure has not been broken. All right. Playing up to the institutional supply here. Okay. All right. So pretty much on a downtrend. All right. We did have some break of structure here, but I think that this is just kind of like a little fake out, of this demand level. Look how far it went down into this demand level. So I think that this is just a little bit of a pullback. Let's take a look at this overall move right here and see. Yeah, we're at the 50%. I don't really see any areas of interest here on the 4 hour where it will push up. But that does not mean that it won't, guys. It doesn't mean that it won't. But me personally, I don't see any area, so it may respect this 50% and push through this institutional zone here and possibly test this institutional zone right here. Okay, so let's just pull out, take a look again. Yeah, we're on a downtrend. We pretty much had a downtrend, okay, and then a retracement, pushing down again, maybe get a shallower retracement before pushing down. All right, but it's very possible that we could come up closer and maybe test some lower time frame zones, supply zones, before pushing back down. So USDCAD, guys, my bias, structural bias, is going to be sell for the USDCAD. All right, so again, remember, when I say that, that means that I'm looking for sell confirmations unless the market starts to give me longing characteristics, if you will. All right, USD Swiss, guys, moving right along here. USD Swiss, let's take a look at price action here. Okay, market has been what? Trending down, coming from here, nice pullback, push down again, a nice pullback, and now a push down here. All right, so now let's take a look at this. Okay, so now let's take a look and see what it is that we have going on here. All right, let's see. Okay, we have been in a downtrend coming off of this institutional demand. All right, we have most certainly had break of structure here, pierce through of structure here. Okay, very much possible that we could see this this pair going to the upside a little bit, and maybe playing around in this institutional supply right here. So my structural bias for USD Swiss, guys, is going to be long. All right, we could simply take out a fib if this is truly a higher high here. All right, I can definitely see reason for this pair to possibly come back into the 61.8 and 78.6 retracement areas before pushing back up. So institutional bias for USD Swiss is going to be long, and of course looking for longing confirmation. All right, now USDJPY, guys, USDJPY. Let's take a look at this. Zoom all the way out. Woohoo. We're pretty much on an uptrend here, guys. Pretty much on an uptrend. We are getting a test, or we did get a test of this institutional supply right here. We have had some break of structure. I can see some areas in the market that I can see the institutions could be pushing this down a little further. Okay. With this, guys, I am going to say that this market very possibly, all right, I'm going to be looking for shorts. All right, that's going to be my bias. My bias is going to be shorts. Why? Because we had a break of structure right there. Okay. All right, and let's pull out here. Let's take a look at that, of the overall move. Bring that down. All right, did get a nice bounce off of the 78.6. all right, we could see a break of structure sometime next week when the market opens. All right, here to continue down. All right, and again, so my structural bias for USDJPY is a downtrend. Whether it holds up, I'm really not. I don't think it will hold up, because we do have a lot of unanswered price action in this area right here. All right, so yes, I will be looking for short confirmations. All right, maybe possibly to take it down to this institutional demand before pushing back up, but I'll be looking for short confirmations to, at the very least, contend with this unanswered bullish price action that we have here in this area. Okay. All right, so again, my bias for USDJPY is short. That's what I'll be looking for. Be looking for shorts, guys. All right, last but certainly not least, it's the USD Mexican peso pair. All right, taking a look at this, yes, we had been on this structural downtrend here. Okay, we can kind of see this vehicle may possibly be slowly turning around here. Okay, why do I say that? Because we've had these breaks of structure. Okay, we've had these breaks of structures. I believe that we're just pulling back because of this institutional supply here, but man, it looks like this institutional demand has been holding up fairly well. All right, so I can definitely see this going up in favor of the dollar versus the Mexican peso. All right, structurally wise, I can see that, and again, really easy for you guys. Excuse me. Take out a fib from the low to the high. It just respected that 78.6. We've had break of structure. Okay, pull out another fib from that swing low to that swing high. Let's see how that played out. All right, we got a double bottom, so we can possibly see this pair sweep those double bottoms. All right, and head more to the upside. So my structural bias for the USD Mexican peso is going to be long. All right, and again, guys, remember when I say that, always have in mind that I'm talking about as long as confirmation is there. All right, so I'll be looking for confirmation to continue this long unless we get something like a break of this low right here, and then maybe I'll be looking to take this down into, if not at, this institutional demand. Okay. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this market forecast and analysis. Always remember, guys, to do your own analysis. I really appreciate your view. If you like this forecast, this analysis, please like this video. It helps me out so much. All right, if not anything, it helps me out of my feelings. All right, so go ahead and like the video. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. We are growing, guys. The channel is at 2.03 thousand subscribers right now, and hey, you could be 2.04. All right, so hey, guys, again, I appreciate you guys. Always remember, if you stay in God, you will stay in control. And until next time, happy pip fishing. Bye bye.